You no doubt remember the story of Special Counsel Robert Hur. He did the investigation into the classified documents case with Joe Biden. You remember he came out with a report. He says, I'm not going to charge Joe Biden. But he went on to make a commentary and suggested that Joe Biden was a doddering old man that couldn't remember anything. It's interesting because that came out and was almost word for word Republican messaging at the time. It seemed too coincidental. Now, a lot of people got on Merrick Garland about this because he hired this guy and he was his boss. Merrick Garland hadn't said anything about it until today. And he responded by saying, it's absolutely absurd to think that I would have edited that report before it went out. That defeats the whole purpose of a special counsel, an independent counsel. And he's right about that. And I don't think that Merrick Garland should have edited that report. But you know what's truly absurd? What's truly absurd is that Merrick Garland would hire a political hack who's obviously Republican in nature to investigate the President of the United States. To me, that's a little fucking absurd. And then give that political hack a platform to take down his boss, the President of the United States. That to me seems absurd. And while maybe you shouldn't have edited that report, you should definitely get fired because you're working against our own government. You're working against Joe Biden. And you serve at the pleasure of Joe Biden. So you need to go, motherfucker. Now, the fact of the matter is he isn't going to get fired right away. There's too much going on with the DOJ, with all the investigations and the trials and such, and the election. But I'll tell you this, as soon as that election is over and those trials are in hand, I would not be surprised if Joe Biden fired that sorry-assed Merrick Garland. I thought he was going to be a good AG, but he's proven to be a weak-ass AG, and we need somebody better in that position. I think he pissed off Joe Biden sufficiently, and I think he'll be going at some point after the election. There are any number of people that could do the job much better. Certainly nobody could do it any fucking worse.